All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful day. We're going to do things a little different here, man. I'm preparing for the hurricane. I got my El Nino shirt. We got the fire because we're going to do a fireside chat. And I thought it'd be good to talk about the title of this video, man. You suck at trading. I wanted to get your attention. It's okay, man. I suck at trading too. It's fine. That's why I got a long term. 10%, baby. But in all seriousness, man, I mean, I think it could address the toxicity and you could talk about things in the community, but like really, I want to talk about doubt, especially when it comes to trading. So it's a Thursday video today. Again, you get the fireside chat. Let's just talk a little bit. And I want to share something with you because it's something that I have observed. And regardless of me, my trading, my life or anything, just as the person in the middle, I've seen different types of people come up to me and ask me a very similar question. And it revolves around this whole doubt thing. Again, they're like, do I suck at what I'm doing? Or it's really a question like, at this point in your journey, so-and-so, did you feel like this? Did you feel like you were behind? Did you feel like after you got this, did you feel like this? If you had X amount, what did it feel like then? And I've gotten this a lot, but here's like the phenomena about it is that it's some variation of this, but it's like on both ends. So it's like people going through setbacks, they'll reach out to me and be like, I've been working at this and, I feel like, is it worth my time? Is this really like what I'm doing? Or they've been doing it for X amount. The results aren't as big. They see so-and-so. That's a very common situation, right? But then the other side is like, there's people who've also emailed me, and it's all even recently too, which is amazing. But it's like, they're doing very well. They've had success. It's not like literally they've reached milestones in trading. They've reached milestones in their life, and then they're still like, I still feel behind. So that's the phenomena. If you don't get what I'm saying, is like, seems like everybody at every stage, no matter what, is going through some variation of this. That is what I observe. So I hope I could give you a simple tip regarding all of this. Now, the first thing is like very practical and it's very simple. You should ask this question. Like it's very, like critically, you should check up on yourself, what you're doing, where you're putting your time, your efforts. You should be looking at it and saying, hey, is this worth my time? Am I really, on the path I should be on? Am I going at the pace that I should be on? Can I be doing better? Like that is all totally normal, natural. You should be doing that. Now, there's a reason why companies do that once every 3 months. I'm pausing there for dramatic effect. Do you get it? Because what I'm telling you is like, yeah, like you should be doing that, and it is very wise and prudent to do that. But at the same time, you shouldn't be doing it every second, every minute of the day, every time there's a bad trade, every time there's a good trade, reinforcing certain ideas, because that's where you start to run into problems. So you even heard quotes, one good trade does not make you a genius. One bad trade, any trade, doesn't make you a genius or doesn't make you an idiot. That's where you get into the emotions of things. But even like, analyzing the quality of the path you're on, the journey, stocks, real estate, making money, it's like you should ask yourself this question. But if you're doing it all the time, at some point, it is not going to help you out. And that kind of what leads into the next thing. A lot of people have asked me this question, and I pretty much give an answer, which is a variation of focus on a job well done, assuming you are going through and asking yourself critically at key moments, checking on your performance, how you could do better. It's like one, especially with like trading, numbers, stocks, you should be able to see a lot of reality through the numbers. And obviously there's going to be periods and times where it's in your favor and against you, but you could see where things are going, where your biggest gains are going, your biggest losses. Again, I've just had a lot of people, a lot of times whatever the story is, I'm like, is there one area you could highlight? It's either going to be options or they felt like they missed out on something. So hopefully you see what I'm getting at there, but it's not as elusive as you think. And I think there's definitely an answer in there, but the idea here is focus on a job well done. I constantly think if you are focusing on every single day, like, just doing the best you can again and improving, and you spend your energy focusing not on am I behind, or I feel like I'm behind even if I'm ahead. It's like I'm saying, you got to give some credit to whatever the reality is, and that's totally, like, that's encouraged. But at the same time, like, on a day-to-day basis, especially if you want to bring energy out of yourself, if you want to bring work, out of, like, and to keep working every single day, you do that by focusing on a job well done. If you could say, hey, I set out, I did what I was supposed to do. If you failed one day, you got to be able to find out what it is. Maybe you'll fail a couple times in a row, but it's like, take it one day at a time. And that is where you should be able to focus on that until you have to review and then go from there. But I really just think it gets very, very detrimental just focusing on, like, in a weird way, just like, what's going to happen next. Like, you need to be focusing on what you are doing every single day. And there should be a forward-looking thought about both your future self and that what you're doing is worthwhile. There is a future, and there's something you're going for. So even leads me into the last thing, man. And I don't even know how long this is going to be. I think it's actually kind of short, which is kind of good. But we talked about this today, man. You got to have hope. Like, for real, regardless of what it is, man. Even if you want to quit, I hope you have hope. I don't know. I don't want you to quit, but anything, you don't start that habit and save 10%. Don't quit 10% either. But hopefully you get what I'm saying here, of just like, you need to have hope no matter what it is. And I was talking about this today. I think you need to have hope of the fact that you have technology, you have information, you have internet access. Like, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. I know you see the TV, media, everything's telling you how expensive things are, how much things cost, all these different things you got to do. And like, it just seems every single day, like, it makes you seem like, oh man, I did miss out, or man, I'm falling behind. It's like, this is all connected, but it's like, dude, it's like that. Those are a lot of the messages you see on a day-to-day. And it's just like, that's cool, taking info, taking knowledge. If that's the case, if it's not helping you, don't watch it. But it's just like, I hope you understand there is hope though in future. And if you do believe that, and as you believe that, that changes a lot. We were talking about things about the 70s, people tell you about real estate prices, and there's a lot of things. But, if you even like look back in the day, people just, the way they viewed the future, I think this is a very unique to our generation, where it's like, we're looking at things like, oh man, it is too expensive, or it's too far out. It's like, I feel like every other generation, they didn't really get to that point, and they always believed there was kind of a hope. Now, you're going to tell me the reality of this and that, and I said, appreciate reality, but all I'm telling you is that on a simple basis of how you get up and go about your goals over the next day, week, month, year, 5 years, a hope of a future changes a lot of how you're going to get about and work. So I hope that I could give that as a motivation to the end. But I think the first two things, man, are very, very practical. And like I'm saying, give yourself reviews. But at the same time, like, are you focusing more on a job well done on a day-to-day basis? Or are you focusing more on what you haven't done or where you're at versus, again, the task and the vehicle that is going to get you there? So, Chad, that's our Thursday video, man. I was gonna take you on a walk too. They had wind and stuff, and that's why. So I don't know if this fake is a fake fire too. If you didn't know, I don't know if it's an El Nino shirt too. I'm getting ready, man. It's actually super sunny outside. To be honest, it's a hurricane. I'm just going with the vibe, bro. But I love you all. Get that long term. And again, I don't know. I could rant like this for days, man. So I hope it helps some of y'all. I appreciate y'all too. And again, I think we've done videos like this many, many times. So I do appreciate all of you over the years who have grown with it and given me feedback as well too. But I really do hope that you're taking something out of this. And like I'm saying, it's like, I was about that. This is my entry into telling you, like, I was about to rant about the long term and just like longevity and just how important that all is. But I'll just sprinkle that on and leave, okay? So Chad, I love you. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the morning. That's it. It's not awkward. It's just Fireside. That's it. The fire's awkward, bro. It's fake. It's fake. All right. I love you. Bye.